From the capital of Tennessee and of country music, for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Up next, it's our main event between the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Finding a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Sanford. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Knocked away, that's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At their
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard
The
line.
play fake. Here's Ward. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ward. Has him on a quick hitter. a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs for them from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, Ward going to the air. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it again.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Running for the marker on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap.
They take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Extra point is up and good from slot. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Stafford from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion, but the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
Here he goes, third and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And the big play is finally put to an end. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. Passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. Yeah. But finally, as you said, their first completion.
Give to Williams from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Rolling left, buying some time. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. They're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Third and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Mevis able to knock it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Chimere DK on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10. To the air with Ward. They're setting up the screen. It's Pollard. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. 1 quarter away so far. 7-3 is our score. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. He's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to the well again. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've got first down here from the 36. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down throw here for Ward. Caught near the goal line. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans now lead by 10. Here's Sly to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Titans drive their lead to 11. 14. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Returnable from the 1. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A pickup of 17. And the Rams have the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Tight end going in motion here. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find Gunnar Helm with that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Spins out of one side. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's got a man left. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Kevin Winston in on that tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 8 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Third and long. They're going to throw. Nakua here. He's got get this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Stafford throwing again. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's another Rams first down.
Tight end in motion right.
And at the 13-yard line.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Stafford to throw. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another for Williams. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal. Power with a big tight end. And this is going to end behind the line. Brock, a great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for 1 play. And it's going to be a field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Nevis able to knock it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Ward's going to throw it. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd down now. They need 7. the shotgun. It's Ward. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
It's away, came off his foot wrong, instantly low and short here.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the Titans' 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Up the gut they go with Williams. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Connects on the crosser. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4 yards. The Rams, 1st down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams start the second half with some needed points. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Stafford's going to throw for it. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Down 2, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the fourth quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. Third quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
At their own 27-yard line.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he comes through big here. 9 yards, it's 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. Fights his way through a tackle. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
1st and 10 here. Ward. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Titans have a 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are thrown into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
What's going to throw here on 3rd? It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They send Nakua in motion left. Out wide, and it's intercepted. And the Titans return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Ward now. He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans parlay the interception into points. Here's Slide to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans push the lead to 2 scores now. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41. They send a man in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Stafford from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Rams are set to punt. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's out in the clear. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. 30. Gets the 10. To the house for Tennessee. Touchdown. The Titans could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Stafford now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Running back sets in motion. Stafford to throw again on second. That's caught by Williams. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Look at that power, deep left side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Rams are set to punt. Then Evans, the one to kick it away. Space past the 35. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
Over 1st and 10 at the Rams' 48-yard line.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Plowing up the middle. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another carry for him. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down, Pollard. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
They'll run here on 1st down. He was only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Looking to throw with Ward. Complete out to the right side. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, they'll run. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Up by the Rams. Not a ton after the recovery, so they're going to take possession deep in their own territory.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 20-yard line.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Rams have the first down. New set of downs from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Motion the tight end over. First down throw here for Stafford. Hits his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Rams trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Titans sending out some nickel coverage here. 3rd down. There he is on 3rd and short. He finds Adams, complete. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So first down from the 41.
First down, Rams.
Here's Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams cut the lead down to 10.
Rams, 19.
Don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Titans are able to cover up the kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And after this play, there's a Titan out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. On the dive. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Dive play straight ahead. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Ward now on 3rd down. Dump off caught by his back. And this one is over. The Titans get the first down, and that should finish off this victory for them.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Line up the design keeper. So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. Well, tip of the cap, Brock. You could not question that they brought some fight to the field, try to throw their best punches. But we both know an opponent playing well, a road game, a hostile crowd getting after them, just too much to overcome.
A coach at least wants to see his guys keep fighting and scratching